Everyone. Now, anyway, this track temperature is very low, much lower compared to yesterday afternoon. He might play a bad role because this morning we saw a really bad front tire degradation, and they work in between the warm up to the race to try to probably stress a bit less the front tire. Now to have a forecast. Anyway, for sure he has everything to do a good race. It depends how long the tire will survive. Best of luck, Mayo. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks to Simon, thanks to Mayo Merigali. We just saw a quick glimpse of Miguel Oliveira, one of several riders still in with a genuine championship challenge. 25 points adrift of Dovizioso is the Portuguese man there. We saw Taka Nakagami as well. He's only 21 points behind Andrea Dovizioso as he goes in search of yet another top 10 finish.
Aleix Spargaro, a wink to the camera. He was watching back last week's race with Max. I'm sure Max and me are both here hoping that Daddy can have a good result. Hello Max, by the way, if you are watching this one back. Let's hear now from Piero Taramassa there about the drop in track temperature and who could benefit from that. Over to you, Simon.
Yeah, I had to come and see you, Piero, because everyone's concerned about tyres for this one, and now the temperature's dropped a lot. What are your concerns?
Yeah, temperature is very low. Track is 21, 22, same as the warm-up. So the main choice is a soft front, a soft rear. This is because the temperature also to compensate the low grip from the track surface. Some riders, they will go with the medium front. Some, for example, KTM, maybe Alex Marquez, just because they got more support in hard braking. But anyway, they are very, very close the two front, the soft and medium. And then we'll see.
Heard about some front tyre degradation for Valentino, and the other thing I'd like you to comment on is with this low temperature, is it coming into that window again where it's concern going into the left-handers?
For the soft tire, no. You know, the warm-up and the grip will be ready since the first corner, I will say. With the medium front, it takes one half and lap to have the best temperature, and then they can push for all the race.
Thank you.
Thanks to Pierre. In front, this man included, Alex Marquez, and a few KTMs out there. They are going to have to be careful if that's what they've opted for in the early laps. Alex Marquez, good pace, much like everyone as usual, but mired down the grid, 18th for the Repsol Honda man.
Fabio Quartararo said yesterday he's going to need the start of his life to try and keep the Ducatis of Jack Miller. So much of this 24-lap race could be decided in the first 500 metres. It could be so crucial.
Can you give us your thoughts? On KTM and their riders going into this race?
Yeah, I mean, it will be a tough race now. Weather condition again is different, all the sessions quite cold. So yeah, hopefully let's cross the fingers everything goes well, and the guys are motivated. I think we can do a good race, and let's see the outcome.
Mike, a lot of the other manufacturers have mentioned tyre wear in this race is really crucial. I heard Paul say last night in his debrief that the rear tyre is critical at the end. Maybe even he thinks he sees some crashes or struggle to keep the lap time going.
Jaringan luar negeri kayak gini.
And then I've also heard about fronts. Can you tell us where you feel you're at with the tyres going into this race?
Yeah, it's right. I mean, everybody on the grid have the same feeling more or less. The grip level of the truck is very low and it makes more difficult with lower temperature to ride the bikes there. And yeah, hopefully the boys manage these things in a good way and we see all together a good race.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, thanks to Mike Leitner, thanks to Simon Crayfile yet again for his sterling work on the grid. I mean, this is a bit of a journey into the unknown for these riders and teams because it's been the coolest conditions by far of the weekend so far. There's Granollers then, a stone's throw away from this circuit to Barcelona, Catalonia, the hometown of the Espargaro family. Born and bred there, the Pola and Aleix. They used to sit in their school and listening to the engines roaring around this Barcelona circuit, both on 2 and 4 wheels, dreaming one day that they'd be lining up on a MotoGP race. Well, that dream came true a few years ago. Can the dream be extended to a home podium? Certainly Pol Espargaro looks like he's got a great chance if you look at his pace in FP4 yesterday.
Yamahas have not won more than 4 races in a season since 2016. Is that going to change here? We mentioned Ducati as well. Dovi was such a lot of work on his hands from 17th on the grid. Jack Miller on the second row as well. Paolo Ciabatti is going to share a few words now with Simon on the grid. Over to you, Si.
Yes, Paolo, I've spoken to all of the other manufacturers almost, and I'd like to hear your thoughts, your concerns about the Ducati riders going into this race.
Well, you know, the temperature is definitely much lower than we expected. So I think, managing the tires is going to be the key even more in our races. Let's see, I think the Yamahas, they have definitely a much better pace than anybody else. I think, Johan, Pecco and Jack can do a good race. Unfortunately for Danilo starting good, and unfortunately for Andrea, who is leading the championship starting from 17th position, is definitely not ideal. His race pace is not so bad, but unfortunately he qualified very, very back on the grid, and let's see if he can get a good start. But definitely I think it's going to be an interesting race and a challenge for all the riders.
As well, thank you very much to Paolo Ciabatti and to Simon Crayfile.
I wonder what's happened to that tear off he's just ripped off us. Well, I hope he's not going to go anywhere near Jack Miller's Pramo Ducati.
Well, not from 17th on the grid, it hasn't. You have to find that one on the opening lap.
Bisa jaringan kayak gini.
To all of our fans, wherever you are, whatever time of day it is, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. Thank you for joining us. This is our tribute to you. Enjoy the race. 24. We have had some stories so far this year. 6 different winners and see a 7th different winner. Franco Morbidelli has been pretty cool all weekend. Good pace, good rhythm, pole position now as well. But can he get into turn 1 ahead of those Ducatis? And what is in store for this young man? Maverick Vinales, confidence back after that brilliant win on Sunday. A lot of work done with a full tank of fuel as well, but the big question always, can he pass the Ducatis? Because he's almost certainly going to find a couple of them in front of him in the early stages.
Javier Quattararo. Will he emerge out of this Barcelona scrap as the World Championship leader yet again? Andrea Dovizioso, one of his close rivals, down in 17th place. A great opportunity for the likes of Vinales, Quattararo and Mir to try and seize.
Few riders have better pace than him on used soft rubber.
There's been no win or podium here in Barcelona for a Suzuki since Kenny Roberts Jr. 20 years ago, 2 decades ago. Can you believe that? Surely that's got a great chance of being ended today by Joan Mir. And don't discount Alex Rins as well. And don't panic about the windscreen wipers going on the BMW safety car. We had moments at the start of Moto 3, didn't we?
We edge closer to race time here for the Monster Energy Grand Prix of Catalonia. Excitement for all of us, neutrally, such a tough one to call. The Battle of Barcelona is just moments away. Will it be a cat fight in Catalonia? Here is your front row featuring all the Yamahas, all with soft front, soft rear tyres. The evergreen Valentino Rossi starting from third in his 350th Premier Class start. Can he get himself podium number 200? Can he end the drought? The last win for him, of course, Assen 2017. What a story it would be if he could get himself to the top step here today and pick up his 8th Premier Class win in Barcelona.
Some last words of encouragement from his crew chief, David Munoz.
Aduh.